because I wanted it to be
Mm,
a first name.
that's a nice name too. Wait, so now you got both of Terrence's kids' names as middle names for your daughters?
Oh, because his youngest is named Olivia, ain't it?
No, the other twin.
For real? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Wow,
Those
that's
names
crazy.
seep right into your subconscious. Now both of your kids share a middle name of each one of twin daughters. That's
wow,
hilarious.
for real?
Wow.
Both of my
Yeah,
girls.
yeah.
Welcome back, family. What's going on with you guys? Welcome to another episode of Room 518. Again, it's your boy T-Rail, aka Big Country. We also have our boy D-A-N-T, Dant, man. It's good to see y'all this morning, man. We got a good episode for y'all as usual. Our room banter as we have all the time. But let's get started with the weekly updates as we normally do. Dant, how's your week been, sir?
It's been pretty good, man. What's up? How you? I'm doing good. I hope your week's been good. I haven't done. Well, actually, that's a lot. This weekend has been pretty packed. The week winded down kind of like I expected it would. Remember, I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, y'all, it's coming, and now it's finally upon me. I got a couple things to do on the back end, but largely I'm there. I did have a busy weekend. I just want to say shout out first and foremost to my wife of 15 years plus. It's her birthday yesterday or this weekend, let's just say. And so just throwing that out there. Happy birthday. Love you.
Hold on. Hold on, man. Don't
What's
do
up?
that. Don't do that. You got to hit the cheers thing, man. I don't know nothing about this soundboard, bro. Happy birthday, Kels. Yeah.
May as well. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Love you. Wish you the best and everything you want in life forever. All right. So we had her birthday. And we've been doing that, and I suspect that we still will. And went to a friend's kind of wedding celebration. He was my other guest so far on the Quiet Loud.
Okay.
My buddy Antoine. So him and his new bride Annalise, I wish them the best as well. And my kid had another away swim meet last Thursday, and he swam really well. These guys were good. This was a matchup, and then they threw up another team, so it was 3 teams this time, and he did very well. And honestly, for his class, he's only been swimming for 8 or 9 months, and these guys, you could tell they've been all swimming for 4 and 5 years. They knew each other really well. They were locked in. They were very, very good. And when I tell you, again, proud that he hung in there. He was hanging with these dudes the whole step of the way, man. Made it competitive. I'm not saying that he's bringing in a bunch of blue ribbons this particular week, but he really did. Kept it really competitive. He wasn't lagging behind. He wasn't any of that. And so when you're thinking about it, it's like he's been in this thing for 8 or 9 months, swimming.
Yeah.
And these guys have been in, and a lot of them are swimming on these clubs like this, and they're also swimming at their high schools and everything else. And he's just getting into it and really giving his all and being competitive, man. Just really proud to see it.
How old is the age group that he swims?
15 to 18.
For real, bro? So he's competing against 15 to 18-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
And if you competitive at that young, bro, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man, your son has a swimmer's body already. He looks like he's a swimmer. But to see him competing already in that age group is pretty dope, bro. I thought you was gonna say something like he's at the top end of the swim age group, and I was gonna say,
no.
He kind of gets surpassed a little bit,
And these dudes were big too. I mean, like big Michael Phelps looking dudes. We were out
16,
in Garner.
17, just
Yeah, big dudes. They were out in Garner on Thursday, and it was it was good and very competitive. I enjoyed watching it. We were out there late. He swam in the very last event. He did 4 or 5 different ones, and he swam in the very last one too, so we were there. And it was an outdoor pool too, so you're talking about heat and bugs and dark and everything else, but we were out there with the other parents, and the team stuck out to watch he and another dude were the only ones that showed up from their team to do it. So everything was kind of riding on them in the 15 to 18 anyway. And that dude's really good. He's been swimming for a while too. So it's good to have him matched up in a team with somebody who,
Pushing him, just
already kind of
pushing him.
knows what they're doing and is encouraging him and pushing him. Yeah. Yeah. So it's good. It's good. I'm taking up too much time, man. How was
No,
your
no,
week?
no. This is what we got. The bear, look, bro. Look, if it unwind that way, that's how I need to unwind. Cause that's good
Yeah,
conversation.
man.
Cause
Yeah.
I'm. See, I know what we come here to talk about, but all the best conversations come when we just get going. Like, and I'm listening, and I'm like, dang. Cause I don't, it's not like it's football. I don't think people are as naturally talented at swimming. It's like that's something that you
Right.
build
You
up.
have to learn this. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now you could be naturally talented because your mama them threw you in the water at 2 years
Oh,
old. You
true.
just been swimming
Sure.
since you were 2, but it's
Mm-hmm.
so different. Like, it's like, when you play football, it was that kid that ain't never touched a football in his life. He came
Oh,
out
yeah.
there and gave y'all the business for whatever
Mm-hmm.
reason, bro. It's just like, this little nigga just
Right.
fast, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Can't catch him. Can't touch him.
exactly. I just don't think swimming works that way because we're not sea creatures by nature, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Okay.
it's dope. Like, I'm happy because I'm trying to see from a parent perspective. I know me, like, I prefer when my son goes up against actual hard competition because I want to see where you at. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm rooting my tail off, bro. And then
Mm-hmm.
not mad when you lose. I just want to see,
Hey.
do you got the gall to compete? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So how is that? How was that feeling for you?
It was good. Now I think amongst his, regular teammates when they're swimming against each other, I've been used to seeing that matchup and watching how he had been kind of rising in the ranks over there. Now watching him on an away team, it was different. Yeah, I feel a little bit more like, oh, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like I'm in it a little bit more. But at the same token, when he doesn't place one, two, three, which this was my first time kind of seeing him not do that. Uh, I didn't really pay much attention to it because when you think about it, and we looked at his times, which we do from week
yeah.
to week at these meets, he was beating his own time. That's how fast these guys were.
That's
He
what
was
I'm
swimming
saying.
faster. He was
That's
swimming faster. So we broke that
yeah.
down to him like, hey, even though you might have came in, not one, two, or three on this one, you swam faster than you ever have on this
That's what you
race
want
the
though,
whole
like,
time. What I mean? And that kind of thing is pushing him to be better. And that's exactly what I want. Even though I was kind of like, oh, he didn't clinch this one. Cause I would have just been like, oh, it was phenomenal. He came up in here, he's dusting folks and this and that. And that would have been great. But to see that, hey, and to see him see there's still some road to travel, there's some stuff to do. I got some techniques to learn because it was a lot more people at this last one, so we were situated kind of behind him but
yeah,
kind of out of the way, and I could see him kind of studying some folks. He thought like when these people were coming through on events he wasn't swimming in, you see him kind of okay, like looking at the timing of how they were doing it. I'm
everything,
saying,
bro.
like, I could see him watching what they were doing, and I mentioned that to him on the way home, but that's kind of how you do it. That's how you
That's
do it. And so
exactly how you do
I
it.
was really proud to see him do it. Like,
That's
honestly
bro.
speaking, I mentioned before that I didn't know that I kind of had that particular gear in me, but I do,
No,
and I
bro,
was
you
very
definitely
proud.
got it in
Am
you.
very proud. Yeah.
I know you got it in you, bro. That's like, so it's dope to see that because that's my thing, bro. Like, I don't care. Like, so when your kids play, so my son played travel football and he
Mm-hmm.
played like park football first. But in travel football, you play real hard teams. Like, they went and got all the best kids from the park football
Right.
league and put them on team. So now when he going up against a lineman, I'm like, oh, you actually have to compete with this guy. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I'm like, this is where we see where your heart is. You know what I mean? Like, you can always do that. You're gonna always be better than average, but are you
Right.
are you are you pushing to be better than that? And so, like, to me, these are I teach our kids' biggest teachable moments because I'm
For
not
real.
going to be disappointed if he lose. I'm disappointed
No.
if he folded up just because he had to compete against somebody that was hard. Like, what are you doing?
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Hey, as much as, look, people call it abuse if you want to. I will cuss my son out at 14 for just folding when I know he got it in him. And
Yeah.
people could be mad at that, but your coach, if you're a football player, baseball player, any competitive sport, when coaches know that you got something in you and they dig into your butt, they're gonna be cussing. So you
Yeah.
got to get used to it, build
Well,
something.
here's the thing. We talked about this last week, but in a different vein.
Hmm.
We talked about being your kid's best advocate, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
sometimes that has to be for them to him. You know what I mean? Even
Big,
if it's like, hey, I don't know, I don't, hey, we stepped up to this. You got it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Everybody got those nerves. We're gonna work through it. You know,
yeah.
and honestly, I didn't even have to do it. I could see him working through it. I
What's up,
praised him
bro?
about that in the car, because I can see that he is a lot like me in that respect. You know, he's really introspective. He's thinking a lot. He's analyzing every step. And try not to let that get in the way of the experience. I was
Yeah,
telling him, like,
yeah,
just enjoy it. Still keep your eyes open and observe, but still enjoy what you're doing. Don't let this moment kind of pass you by. But he I talked to him sometimes after the race and then on the way home, and he was just like, you could catch him seeing things sometimes like, "Oh, I think I would've had it, but the towel on the end of the pool is too slippery." So he didn't get he gotta adjust on the kickoff now when he flips
yeah,
and kicks, I gotta adjust how I do that. It's more slippery than our pool or, stuff like that. And him seeing they're standing out there together. You're standing beside the dude you're about to jump in the pool with. So you just saw this guy swim in another race. You see how
yeah,
good he is, and now you're stepping up to him. You don't know him, sizing each other up,
bro.
and so he I could see him working through that moment. And so really what I did was just kind of praise him and say, "Hey, you're doing it the right way. Keep
That's
your eyes
exactly
open,
right,
but
bro. Like,
stay in the moment, and really enjoy it because, you don't want to be stuck too much in the thought of it that all you're doing out here is going through the motions and not really, giving it
man,
everything."
shout out to Preston, man. I'm
Yeah, man.
so happy to hear
Shout out.
that, bro. I think
Shout out, man.
what's so
Hyper
dope
Gamer
about that.
Sun Pack on YouTube. He would want me to say that.
Facts, facts. Well, I think
I'll put it up.
what's dope about that is him. Like, because the difference between once you get to the point where you swimming your tail off, the difference between the winner and the loser ain't always how fast you swim no more. It is the kickoff. It is the jumping in
Right.
the water. Like when you see those
It's
guys
the
grip
little
their
bit.
toes on the side
Yeah.
of that
Mhm.
pool is because they understand it's slippery. They ain't trying to
Mhm.
they trying to give all the push they can. And those small things are what make you special. It's not the well, they don't make you special. They make you the winner, right?
It's the edge. It's what gives you the edge. Yeah,
Exactly,
exactly. So you look
exactly.
for those things. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
so I'm
But you
super
kind of have
proud
to
of
stay in the moment as well. You know what I mean? Because if you're
man.
so busy thinking about, I got to do A, B, and C, you're going to miss the fact that I slipped on that part last time. You know what I
Yep,
mean? You got to
yep.
remember, lock that in. And he was doing that, man. So, like I said, and like you
Or
said,
even down to the way that they
shout out
come
to the
up
kid.
off the out for their
How long you
strokes, like
stayed
understanding
down
their
after the
timing. Yep,
dive, all of it, all
yep.
of it. And you can see him calibrating throughout the whole time. Heck, we were there long enough. This thing, man, it's
Hey man.
supposed to been 6 to 8. We were there from 5:45 to about 9:20.
Ooh, yeah, that's
I
a
was
long
like,
time.
"Ooh, I still had to go to work the next day." But anyway, how are you, man?
You know what, bro? I appreciate that. My week has been pretty regular. I ain't did a whole lot this week. Came off a pretty tough week last week.
Yeah.
About to start a new little small project for the moment to starting my new job soon, so I'm getting ready for that. New computer, we talked about that. Like so, I'm excited about that. Getting a work computer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, oh, and this is a hybrid role, so I get 2 days home, 3 days at work. What's dope about this is I'm going
Whoa,
back into corporate. I haven't been in corporate in a while.
nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's dope about it is professional casual all the time. So I can wear
Mhm.
khakis and a polo. I can wear jeans and a polo.
No more brogues.
No more brogues, no more army boots. You know what I mean? I ain't gotta do that no more. And anybody know me know cause home improvement, I'm dirty all the time. So I get to clean up again. I have decided to go back to a regular barber because I will be working that type of job. So you guys are gonna see me come looking a little bit cleaner from now on,
Okay,
man.
okay.
Uh, I personally don't like mine looking like kind of furry a little bit, but I gotta clean up a little bit, man. I gotta
Come on now.
put on my
Come on.
put on my swag, man. Gotta look good for the
Show 'em how
family.
it's done. Show
Yeah, I
'em
gotta
how it's
look good
done.
for the family, bro. It's something about,
You know.
it's my name. My name. I gotta
I was about to say, show 'em how to line and do it.
exactly. I'm
You
gonna
know.
show them how
Wait,
to
are
lie.
you a junior?
I am named after my pops, but you know what though? I'm not a junior. But
Was
even
it different middle names or something?
my dad don't even have a middle name, bro. Like people in Mississippi wouldn't give their
Okay.
babies middle names like that.
Oh man, give me a hug.
Yeah.
Give him a hug next time. If you replace that middle name, I got you.
You know what I'm talking about? No, so when I was born, funny story is when I was born, my mom wouldn't my dad wasn't having it no other way. He's getting my name. Like my dad, like I'm having you know what I'm saying? And then when I was
Is
born,
it passed down?
no,
Or is he
no,
okay.
I'm the only Thorell. I'm only the second Thorell ever. And when you think about it,
Okay.
you don't hear it's not a lot of people named Thorell. And
Yeah.
so it's really pronounced Thurl. My dad's name was
Daryl.
never Thorell. Even though you know me as Thorell, it's actually Thurl. Thorell
Yeah.
is spelled a little different, but my doctor did that to differentiate me and my dad, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
so we had a family doctor when I was a kid, and he would call me Thorell so that when he was talking to my mom about any type of health things, it wasn't to be confused with my pops. I don't know how my name stuck, and then everybody called my dad Thorell. Nobody calls him Thurl.
Oh, is
Everybody,
that right?
no, no, it's and Thurl is how you pronounce it. Like if you were saying
You
Terrell,
went to
T
Thero
E.
High School or something like that. Yeah.
Exactly, bro, and that's a
Yeah.
last name for that person,
Right.
whoever that is. But but that's the reason how I got my name, and my middle name was actually my mom's a good friend of my mom's name was, and
Okay.
that's how I kind of got my middle name. It's crazy, bro.
Mm. I'm
Because I
gonna
take a
bleep
lot of
that
pride in my
just
name.
so people don't have your entire name.
Yeah, true. Thero,
Okay.
fine. All my look,
Yeah.
my whole first half of my name is I don't know. It's not ideal, I would say. So growing
It's
up,
presidential almost.
I'll
I
give you
mean,
that.
don't go by the current guy, but if you listen to the way it sounds, I mean, it sounds kind of official.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
You
As a
know,
kid, man, it's gonna
Wesley
sound
sounds
crazy.
very
It's gonna sound crazy. As a kid, we grew up in the Dante, Deontay's, um, all those eras. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
oh, my name to be a cool name like that.
Oh.
Hey, look, I wouldn't change my name. I wouldn't trade my name for nothing in the world, man. My name is definitely, like you said, president. It's neutral because you don't know if you're talking to like looking at my name, it could be a white
Exactly.
guy or a black guy. You know what I mean? Like my whole name. Until you hear me, you don't know. Now, to me, that's important. Didn't realize it, but
Hmm.
it can definitely give you a lot of it can get definitely give you edge. So I appreciate it a lot more now.
Yeah.
And we talking about names. You know what? Kind of think about it. How'd you get your name, bro? Because D'Angelo
Uh,
is definitely not a common name.
yeah, not a common name at all. I will say I've actually met one other in the whole world. Uh, we are uh same birth year. I want to say about a month apart.
For real?
Yep. He lives somewhere up north. You can thank Facebook for that because back in the early days of Facebook, right?
Yeah.
It was very limited on who could join and whatnot.
Yes.
And then it slowly started to open up. I remember when everybody's moms at first started getting on. I remember parents started getting on or whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Everybody trying to clean up their act real quick. I remember hearing a lot of debate going, I'm just not going to accept the friend request. I'm like, dang, from your mom, that's cool.
Paying all
But
face. Well, I remember that.
yeah, but this dude's mom was just like, hey, my son's name the exact same name as yours, and we just got to kind of talking, and then it was like, oh, hey, dude, what's up? So I'm like friends with the both of them. I don't come on Facebook like that for years, but yeah, I actually talked to him, but I got my name I think that they had not settled on a name all the way up until the day I was born. I
Mm,
think. So either way the story is, I don't know if the story happened on the day I was born or it happened before I was born, but I know that so my uncle suggested a name, right?
okay.
And he suggested his middle name, which thank goodness they didn't choose it. It's Leon, and I don't think I would have gone for that. I don't think I would have made a good Leon. That's not a bad name. I just feel like
Why
I'm
not?
not a Leon. I don't
Why
know.
not?
I just don't feel
I
like I'm
look
a
at
Leon.
you. I look at you now, and I go, hey Leon, hey
I
bro, what's going on,
no.
Jive
I feel
Turkey?
like I'd have to have like a Bahamas accent or something like that. Do we know somebody named Leon from the islands? We probably do. Shaw
Probably do,
University. I
bro.
think so.
Probably
Dude
do.
played the trumpet, right? That's probably why I'm thinking that.
Oh
But anyway,
man.
shout out to that dude. But anyway, they didn't go for it. Instead, so they kind of took the same formula from which my brother got his name. So, my dad's name is Adrian. My brother's name is
Yeah,
DeAdrian,
Adrian. Yeah.
right? So my uncle's name is Anthony. So instead of letting him have Leon, they grabbed that first name and did the same thing. And so as for my middle name, it is the same as my dad's middle name. Uh, and the last name, of course, is my dad's middle last name. So
Your
that's where I
dad,
got it from.
your
My
dad,
brother and I share the same initials. And yeah, my dad's middle name is that as well.
what's your brother? Your brother got the same middle name? Y'all both got the same middle name as your dad?
No, no, no. My
Oh,
brother got his middle name, I think from Ahmad Rashad.
oh,
So
okay, okay,
that's right. Rashad is his middle name.
okay. All
And
right. That's what's up, man.
I
You,
think at least that's a story I feel like I heard growing up as a kid. I didn't research any of this. We just talking. But
well,
my
can't
mama
nobody fact
listens
check
to
you
this,
but your
so feel
mama.
free to jump in the comments, mom, and set me straight. But that's pretty much how I think I heard that. And my dad, so it's kind of I think at the time kind of a generational thing, because my dad and all his brothers have an A name, right?
Okay, okay.
And so my brother at the start of this generation, he's the oldest of our generation. He started out with that D. I had the D, and then it just didn't stick. We were I think it's like you get your kids and you do them whatever you gonna do with them. So
Yeah.
we didn't have a full generation of those. It was just our family, and then my sister's name is kind of it's weird. Like it's not weird. Her name isn't weird. The formula I think in which they derived it. So she has the same first initial as my mom. The middle name rhymes with my mom's middle name,
For
right?
real?
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. This could be just my thinking and, putting patterns together, but I feel like me and my mom might have mused on this before. Again, check me in the comments, man. So without giving too much, yeah, same middle name. I mean, same first initial as M. And my mom's middle name is Denise. My sister's middle name is Elise. And yeah,
Mm. You know what's crazy? Going through that, if your sister had been born closer in the generation of y'all, because she's so far away from y'all, her name probably would
she
have
might have
been
been
Deandra.
Denise.
Her name probably would have been
DeAndre.
Deandra.
I feel like it might have just been Denise. I mean, they have
Not
my mom's
facts.
been like,
Denise Elise, I feel you, bro.
yeah,
It would have
yeah,
smoothed right on in there, bro.
yeah,
Like that's
yeah.
dope.
They would have had to figure out our name for it though, which. But anyway, yeah, that's how we got ours, man. Did you have any secret sauce to how the kids got their names?
You know what?
Since we own names, I don't know.
Facts. You know, Jalen was named after Jalen. Me and Tiffany went through names, and Jalen is what she chose. You know, it wasn't a big deal. I chose Jalen's middle name, which is Sydney, and I completely forgot that like Terrence's oldest daughter's one of his twins
Uh-huh.
is named Sydney. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
why I came up with that. It may have been sitting in my head because of knowing Terrence. And I like a good neutral name, you know what I mean? Like
Uh-huh.
I like a good name that
Is it
doesn't
SID or SYD?
SY, SYD.
Okay.
Then Tay, his mom wanted him to have the same initials as me, so his name is Taylor Wesley Lyon, and mine is
Okay.
Taylor Wesley Lyon. Um, now
Taylor's a strong name.
Indigo, my newest baby, we went back and forth on this one. I fought with her. I did not want my baby to be named Indigo, and now I love her name. I think it fits
Mm.
her. Um, I was like, it was a I felt like it wasn't, name in my head, but it's man, I
Uh-huh.
love what his name now. But I did want her to have more of a traditional name. Like I said, I want my kids have, like, names that don't stick out. I want
Yeah.
them to stick out in their own right, but I don't want their name to hold them. I don't want somebody to see their name and be like, I don't know if I wanna give them a chance." You know what I'm saying?
Right, I understand that for sure, yeah.
That's a
We
bad
definitely
way
considered that.
that's a bad way to be though, if I'm being
You know
honest
what?
with you.
It is the way that we know. I don't know if people not in our culture have to even think about that.
Yeah,
But we do have to consider giving our kids a shot in in every way. You know what I
true,
mean? We have
true.
to look for we were just talking about edges before in running your race and running your race of life. We have to try to give them every edge as well. Because
Got
we
to.
know that there are going to be people out there who are just by nature of who they are might try and, you
You
know,
know what? And
push them
I'll
to the
say this.
left.
I get that from Preston. Like Preston has a real strong presidential name. Collins, that whole like that's a successful sounding name, bro. It sounds real strong, you know.
Yeah, thanks.
And with Indigo, her middle name is Olivia Irene.
Uh,
Like both of them.
Irene, that's my aunt's name.
I know, I know, I know.
Yeah.
When we decided to go with it, because her grandmother's name is Irene, and they wanted her to have not her grandma,
Oh,
her great
sweet.
grandma. And so
Mhm.
they wanted somebody to have that name in the family, and we had already decided I had already decided I wanted her name to be Olivia, because I wanted it to be her
Mm,
first
that's
name.
a nice name too. Wait, so now you got both of Terrence's kids' names as middle names for your daughters.
Oh, because his youngest is named Olivia, ain't it?
No, no, the other twin.
For real? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Wow,
Those
that's
names
crazy.
seep right into your subconscious. Now both of your kids share a middle name of each one of Terrence's twin daughters. That's
Wow,
hilarious.
for real?
Wow.
Both of my
Yeah,
girls.
yeah, Terrence, I know you're gonna see this. Hey man, you're gonna have to come on now and
Yeah, we gotta have you
we're gonna have
on.
to talk about this.
That's
Not that it's
crazy.
a
I did
huge
not
deal.
know
It's
that,
just a
bro.
huge coincidence. I don't think I wouldn't have put it together until you had said it the first time and mentioned
Dog.
that he had twins that had those names. But yeah, that's the other one's name.
I didn't know it was Sydney and Olivia. I don't know what I
Mm.
thought his other daughter name was. I'm tripping. Look at me. And I probably would have seen him and be like, "Hey, Olivia," and it would have hit me then, man. Which his daughters have grown up to be such beautiful young ladies, man. They're real strong
Absolutely, man.
spirits.
Shout out to those guys.
Look like
Malil,
they mama.
Mukbang. Shout out to you as well. Yes, they do.
Look
Yeah, they
like they
do.
mama.
Man, first one's out the gate, right?
Facts, man. First one of our
Man.
friends to have kids, man. That's dope, bro.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
really
yeah.
was. And we
My
watched them
goodness.
grow, whether close or from a distance, man. It's been dope.
A little bit of both. Yeah, those early days we got to see them a whole lot.
Another
Early
set of
years,
names.
rather.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure did. And it's another set of names that really like, um the power to me is power in names, man. You can either say that names hold power because sometimes if you don't want to name your son something demonic that has a demonic undertone to
Okay.
it. Um, but it's just power in general. Like we got
What
friends
about people
named
that
Miss.
name their kids Damien or
Yeah, like
one of those
and
stuff
I've
like
known
that?
some really nice Damians, bro, but I'm just like, I don't
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
You do still kind of want to look for the 3 6s though, right? But yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're right. Names I try not to I think you're right. They do have some meaning to us. And I do should they? Should they have more meaning than what the person who is attached to it gives it? Or should it come with some preconceived, you know,
Well, this is funny, man. It's not funny, but it's weird. Like, so, you have something called the indigo children, which are children that had special type of situations going on, whether if you look that up. And my daughter's name is Indigo. She has a special. She has things that she's working on with her body, right? Um, so I look at that and I go, hmm. Does she bring power to the name, or did the name bring its own power?
Okay.
And now again, everybody I know named Damien, I've never met a bad Damien.
Yeah, true, actually.
Yeah, I don't know a bad Damien, so clearly that's not the case, you know what I mean? Indigo
Mhm.
does have, some needs that she's gotta overcome, but, I think her name is special. Her mom is an artist, so naturally, you can tell she an artist. I got all this abstract stuff behind me that she do.
Right.
And it's 1,000 more pieces. I actually wanna change some stuff out and put some different stuff behind me to display. But, like, when I look at the name, I think she's gonna end up being artistic in her own right because
Uh-huh.
she comes from a family of artists, right? Like, so I think she's gonna pick up some of that because her
Yeah.
mom has already started, like, doing hand paints with her with the pictures.
Oh, sweet.
Like, she signed my card, they signed it with her handprint for my birthday.
Sweet, yeah.
Yeah, so
Nice.
maybe it's Father's Day. So it's stuff like that, that's gonna be one of those things that she naturally goes through. And Indigo is a dope name for an artist, if you ask me.
Yeah,
For
yeah, yeah.
any type of any type of creative,
I
so
was just thinking before that, it's got that kind of, quality to it when
yeah,
you were saying, at first I wasn't quite sold on it, and I feel like it's probably because it had that kinda, um um, quality to it, but I think you
essentially.
just have to embrace it, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? You just
yeah.
have to embrace it. It's a good name. It's a good
And I
name.
think,
But
you know what?
it was easy for us though. Go ahead.
The nurses though at the hospital really love her name, man. They see her all the time and they don't forget it. It's only been one other Indigo in that hospital.
Mm,
And I know because I work there, so I can type in Indigo and you
right.
see all the names
You
pop
are
up.
crazy.
And only hers comes up.
He doesn't use his powers for ill, everyone. He's
I
just
don't, but I've had to pull my daughter's information up before. Uh, you know, to make a ID badge for my lady before, and you put in Indigo, and it's like, oh, her name the only name in the hospital right now.
Hmm.
And it was a
Yeah.
bittersweet moment when another kid came in and their name was Indigo, and they were older. They were like 16.
Hmm. Oh, it's not. I
Yes,
mean, it's not a super common name, so you're not
yeah,
gonna run across a bunch of people. I think in our lifetime. Maybe as time goes forward, who knows what becomes more common as time marches on. But
yeah.
I think my son's name, Kelly and I, when I say our, uh, has started to emerge. I've seen one or two come along. You mentioned his name is Preston. That wasn't my first choice. It was
No,
Kelly's first choice. But it was on both our lists. So, I mean, we didn't do a great deal of talking about it. I mean, like I knew I mean, she knew she wanted kids for a long time. I
yeah.
wasn't on that same kind of time. But when the moment did happen, we gave it some thought, and I had known that that was a name that she liked, and I never had a problem with it. I think it's a nice name. So it was on my list of 5, just not as high up as
Well,
hers, it being number 1, and his middle name was also on both lists, and so we
what was
went
your
with
number one name that you didn't get? What was the name that you wanted?
I don't know, I think mine weren't just, I would say his middle name was high up on the list, is
Okay,
Alexander.
okay.
It was high up on the list, but it was just kinda stuff in that vein, kinda names that wouldn't instantly make you think one thing or another about him. They were
Powerful
just,
names.
general names that when put together made a good name. So he has a second middle name as well as her uh maiden name, her father's last name,
Okay.
because he didn't have any boys. So I was just kind of, throwing a bone to let their legacy continue as well a little bit. You know what I mean?
I like that, bro. I like that. I think
Yeah.
that's dope.
Yeah.
And I
So
honestly think that if you do end up with a lady and you have a son and the dad doesn't have any sons, I think because in a lot of cultures, this is what they do. You should make the dad's last name the son's last name, so he has something to connect. Middle name, so he has something to connect to.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
that's how we used to be able to. You in some cultures, that's how you
Mm.
can track their lineage. You know, like this
Right.
middle name is
You see where
always
they come
mom.
together at.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Mhm.
So I think
Mhm.
that's dope. I think that to me, we should do that, especially as black people, because we so disenfranchised. We're pulled away from our family so much.
Right.
I think that that to me is something that we should all look at doing. Like
Yeah.
maybe your son's middle name is always the maiden name of mom's last name, whether you have
Right.
two or
Yeah.
one. Like my middle name would
But I
be
think Latino people do that though, right?
that's who do
They
it.
do
But
the
no, I
hyphenate.
know.
I think the mom's last name is the last name and the dad's last name comes first. So it's like a
Okay,
dad's name hyphen mom's name, something like
they
that.
don't even put no hyphen in the hospital, bro. We just it just be
No,
one
it's
big
just straight
name.
up
You just
whatever
be
mom's
looking
last
at
name is.
it just be
Yeah.
two smushed names together, and you just looking like, whoa, what's that?
And I could be wrong about that. Y'all check me in the comments.
Nah,
Check me
when they check it
nicely in the comments.
when they check it in the hospital, it definitely be a little sure it be a lot. Like it be a long name. I'm like, what is this name?
Yeah, yeah, because
Yeah,
they're doing that. That's what I
Menendez.
believe they're doing. You make a really good point though that we should try to find ways to take control of that because a lot of our history is just untraceable. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Had you ever gone into that before? I went through a deep dive during COVID. Got my
on your
family
family
involved too.
history.
Yeah, yeah. So I did one of those. I didn't do the swabs or anything, but we did the documents thing with Ancestry. So I got like and this is not unless they give me money, I'm gonna bleep that. But we got an account with them and, paid account and was paying for all the documents and stuff that were coming in. And so I was contacting family members to get them to try and verify if this information was something that they had known of. And pictures that I remember
Yeah,
seeing at my great grandma's house and, stuff like that were popping up. So I'm like, this gotta be true because I've seen this person before. You know what I'm saying? I've seen this picture, I've seen this person.
wow,
And
for
so it was
real.
stuff coming together like that. But eventually you can only go back so far. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just the nature of the thing in our community and in our history is that, you know, at some point
That's such an
they
incomplete feeling,
weren't taking records of us,
and it's such an
and some
incomplete.
people were, but not everybody. So, I
Yeah.
don't know
Oh,
exactly where we come from yet, but I have tracked us back to the early 18s.
for
So,
real. Well,
yeah.
you did pretty good if you got that far back. I haven't dove into like the genetics deal, so to speak. Um, Now I do know that on both sides of my family, both of my great grandfathers are indeed they they definitely look closer to white if they're not white
Okay.
than anything else. Now that being said, I'm pretty sure on my mom's side there's definitely like white people. If you jump down the genetics, like if we get into the late 1800s, they're gonna look that way. Now, my mom, for context, my mom is almost 80 years old. So if we just go back to
Mhm.
my grandma Miss
Shout
19,
out, mama.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Shout out to my mom, Pauline. That's your
All right.
name. You know what I mean? But but I wonder where Pauline came from too, for sure. But
That's a good uh chime in the comments, please, mama. I know you're listening.
Mama, let me know.
Maybe.
You're gonna get on me about cussing, but let me know something. Let me know something. But no, I was wondering where her name came from, but also like my grandma Miss 19, she would have been born in 19 like 20. So she'd be over 100. My granddad would be 100 now on my dad's side. So, just one generation ago, they were like literally descendants of slaves. Like when we say
Right.
descendants of slaves, like they grandparents were slaves. My
Right. Right.
grandparents were slaves. So I think that that's a
Yeah.
crazy dynamic to think about in its own right, right? Like,
No joke.
uh,
Yeah.
and so I do want to know more, but we don't know it. We don't know as much as we would want to. I am happy that because my mom is older and she comes from the photo book album.
Okay,
age.
yeah, yeah.
We actually have a lot of pictures. Matter of fact, you know what my mom just gave me a picture of the other day?
What's that?
She gave me a picture of me holding a Super Soaker at
Mm.
Christmas time. The one that I talked about, the very first one I got with
Uh-huh.
the thing
Yeah.
with the ball on the back. I have to show
Wow.
you that, bro. So
Yeah.
she,
Isn't that cool? Do you remember photo albums? Like,
bro,
we don't really have them. We don't keep them here because everything is digital, right?
bro, we need
But
to.
my mom had mass amounts of like hard copy photos, and I
Yeah,
remember
man.
taking pictures as a kid and little cameras and watching cameras kind of change over time as well. That's crazy how we are keeping stuff. I forgot about photo albums. I remember my mom had not to cut you off and get right back to it. I
No,
remember
you
my
good.
mom had I was talking about never really seeing pictures of myself coming up. Not a bunch of them as much as, maybe my siblings or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And I remember I think it was I don't know if it was a birthday or a Christmas, but then I got like a photo album of my own and it was like just pictures of me coming up. So that's like one of the only ones that I think I have a hard copy of in the house. It's just like these pictures of me coming up as a kid. And I'm like, where were these? I don't
But you know
remember
what
seeing
though?
these at all.
It
But that's
says
such a
something.
cool thing that I really forget that we did.
So I think we should all do it. I think you should go to the store. When your camera phone get too loaded, you need to go ahead and spend $50, get all those pictures printed out. And put them in new photo albums, man. Because truth is, we lose digital stuff all the time. People be like, "Well, it's somewhere in there," but I'm like, "We don't know where it is. I don't know how to
Right.
get to it. I lost
Right.
a whole computer with a hard drive on it. I ain't seen that computer in 20 years. It had a whole bunch of pictures on it. I couldn't tell you what it is now, man.
We're carrying around the same this could
You said what,
we're carrying around a laptop. We've gone through two houses and we still have this laptop. Uh hasn't worked in years. It will turn on, but the backlight is burned out. So we just were like, it's got too much information on it to get rid of it. But we haven't seen what's on it in over 10 years. However, yeah. Yeah, over
bro?
10 years. And so it's just this dead computer someplace that's got all kinds of photos and information and stuff on it from the time we lived over. I can't even remember, but up
Wolf
Glenwood.
Creek, Wolf Chase,
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like that.
yeah, 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 something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, look, but that's what I'm saying though. Same. Like my HP laptop, like from Lake Lynn and all of that when we were in college. Like
Mm-hmm.
that laptop just completely stopped working. I tried to get a dude to fix it. He like, I can't fix this laptop, bro. He was like, you might as well
Mm.
throw it away. We can't get enough of it. I'm like, but that hard
Dang.
drive got some precious information on it. Like
Yeah.
it's got not, I could say it just had pictures on it, but it had my college 50-page college paper on it, like my thesis.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I'm like, I really wanted that. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
it had all the papers I wrote through college. That computer
Do you
had
still
that.
have it?
No, it's gone now.
Oh.
The they whoever I had to fix it, they took the hard drive out and it wouldn't once they took the hard drive out and trashed it, I was like, ain't nobody asked you to trash that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I was just like, you know
Yeah.
what? Screw it. I threw the computer away then. I'm like, that
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
the important part. I never whoever that
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
that did that, I never talked to him again. That literally pissed me off.
Oh, yeah. I can
But
see
no,
that.
man, we ain't gonna hold on to the names, man. That was a good thing. But
That
we
was
have
good. Yeah, it's good to know. Good to learn about you.
we have what we call a note slid under the door. Somebody that slid
Yeah.
us a note under the door. And for y'all who are not familiar, when we say something like that, we're saying that we have somebody that slid into our DMs and has dropped us a comment on something they want us to kind of respond to and reflect on. So my
This one's a
boy
doozy.
Dan is gonna pull that up for us. It is a doozy for sure. And we can kind of react to it.
All right. Let's see here. You ready?
Yeah.
That was
Yo, he pushes her
Did
so
you see
hard.
that? That is ridiculous. Ooh.
Could have hurt that baby. So the note under
I
the
think he
door said
did. I mean, that back of that neck head,
she was
that
able to
kid could have
move.
been
That's
in
what made
shock.
when she set up, I was kind of like, okay. Maybe she's
That's
okay.
crazy.
Yo, I
That's crazy,
look,
bro.
so the first time I saw this video, when it was sent to me, I sent it to you to watch.
Yeah.
My first thought was hurt the whole family. But honestly, like, I don't
I
know what else
mean,
to do, you know. And as I read through the comments, there were a lot of comments like that. There were a lot of comments, and I thought to myself, no, I would probably, in the moment, if me and Maja is together, I'm like, Maja, go check on her. I'm snatching that little baby up. The dude, the grown, that kid had to be about 10 up.
come on. He was much older than that
The
kid.
little one that flipped over. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
snatching him up. Oh,
I can't
I'm
believe it.
snatching
I mean,
him up
I
hoping that his family sees me
right.
because I want
Yeah.
one of them to run up on
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna let him go and beat the blood
I'm
out of
t-
his daddy. Like, I'm hoping it's his dad, right? Because I'm like, if it's his mom, then I got to take the baby. I need you to up. And the reason,
right.
because I'm gonna look at the kid and be like, you caused this to happen.
Oh
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure he
Yeah.
knows his consequences, and then I'm gonna take my belt off and whoop his ass too. That's exactly
Man,
what I was thinking, bro. And I'm like,
I oh my god. Yeah, when I saw it, I had the first initial reaction was, I wanted to run over there, A, catch the kid from falling, B, short of that, snatch this other one up and be like, who you people? We're going
yeah,
to them right now.
yeah,
Because if that was my
flipped and then
kid,
outraged.
I know my blood would be boiling. You know what I mean? And so, no, it would have been like, come on, I would have took him all this, and we
Yeah,
would have went over and found who it was. And just seeing that would have made me think that I know it's going to be something because, you know, who teaches their kid to do something like this? Or who
but
didn't even show up after it was done? I mean, you weren't even paying attention. I don't feel like this might have been the first time that kid had
that's the
done
problem.
something like that.
That's the problem.
And so we gonna nip this in the bud right now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
when I'm
saying?
done, he's gonna know not to ever do nothing like this again.
Right.
That's
And you'll know to keep an eye on him,
from now
you
on.
know. Right. So no, it was gonna definitely be some trouble in there because I mean that kid could have been seriously hurt. You can't
Bad,
just
bro.
brush that off as kids will be kids. That child could have been seriously hurt and then what are you gonna tell me? Kids will be kids? If my kid was somehow paralyzed or hurt or broke a bone or something like that, and you tell me, oh, it's no.
Oh,
First time
kids
I
get
see some
beat.
shoulders go up,
You know,
oh, I'm gonna snatch both them arms off and beat you with it.
bro. And
I
that's
can't even
kind of
do it.
that's kind of where I was at with it,
Yeah.
man. And then I thought about it in the moment. I would have been so concerned about my kid. I wouldn't have had a chance to really react other than to check on my baby. But once I knew my baby was fine,
Yeah.
I'm
For
hoping
sure.
that it's the side of me that would have calmed down enough to just be regular mad. Cause me seeing my kid flip over a slide from a kid pushing him, my first instinct is
And that was a
rage.
good fall too. That was more than 5 feet
Bro,
for a
that's the
small child like that.
it was just under the height of a window that would be considered 2 stories in the house.
Right.
Like, I feel like it was just under that height, right?
Yeah.
Like, so
Yeah.
not higher than the height of me jumping off the monkey bars as a kid is probably how tall that was.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
child
Something like
being
that.
pushed and flung from nothing that high,
Right.
so I don't know, man.
Yeah. That's
I I went back and forth with myself at least 10 times watching it like, "Shit." Like, what would I have
yeah.
done? Because I would've
It's ugly.
oh, oh, man. But I did see a comment where somebody was like, "Man, don't mess your life up over that, sue." I still would've sued after I beat the out their parents. I still would've
right.
sued. We still would've had a lawsuit.
Because you're talking about the gravity of it is that this kid could have been seriously hurt by this,
Yeah.
and it's the same reason your parents yell at you when you do something stupid. It's the same reason why you get a spanking when you do something. You know what I'm saying? You got to
Woo.
learn not to do this again. You know. So yeah, you gonna get a
You
whoop.
You gotta
adult.
learn it somewhere, bro. You gotta learn it somewhere.
You gotta learn it. You gotta learn it. I'm coming. You better be, burning rubber by the time I get over there, or else, yeah, it's about to be some furniture rearranging on this
Or
playground out here.
you know what? At the least, I need to see a parent choking this kid up,
I mean,
wailing on him when
jumping
they
to
want.
that's the only thing that would say because, like I said, I would feel like seeing
Okay,
something like this makes me feel like that kid had done it before. So if I go over there and the parent just kind of like, then I'm
stop,
going full
Johnny.
Wesley Snipes. You know what I mean? But if they come over, if they're running over there too, like what you just do? We don't do, you know what I'm saying? Like if I
Yeah,
see something like that, a serious, strong reaction, then that's enough for me to feel like I can man down. It's gonna be taken care of. Let me see the mine, you see the yours.
yeah,
But
yeah. But
if
how
you
he
make me
ran
do
off with
yours,
nobody around? No, buddy, no, bro,
skip to
bro,
Malou.
bro. Not only
No,
did it, he still said, "I'm going down the swing, like I'm going down the slide. I gotta finish up what I was trying to do."
he had a who gonna check me kind of look to it.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
unbothered by the fact that he just shoved a kid off 6 foot
Oh,
plus, platform.
oh man, I tell you what, bro.
That was ugly. That was ugly. Yeah, y'all weigh in the comments and let us know
As
what
parents,
you would what you would hypothetically do as parents in a situation like this.
like, how would you approach this?
Mm-hmm. And also to
Ooh,
remember that if you got something that you want us to talk about here and discuss, you can hit us in the DMs, slide it up on the door at Room 518 on Instagram, or you can do Room 518 pod at gmail.com. That's Room 518 pod at gmail.com. And, your stuff might end up here. We talk about a lot of it, and
yeah.
then some of it actually makes it up here. We'll probably give you a shout out too if you let us know
And just for good
that that
measure,
that you're cool
guys,
with that.
just for good measure, we're trying to push the culture forward. So don't bring us no relationship shit. We're not gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about you behind your back, okay? Like it's just it is what it is. It's enough him against her commentary going on in the world. We don't need any more.
Yeah.
We're just not gonna talk about it. So
And we
let's
happy
leave.
in our relationships, man. Don't come here with no stuff to
Yeah,
that.
like
Nah,
we
come
ain't
on,
finna
come
talk
on.
bad about
No,
how women don't do certain things because we got women
no.
that do certain things.
Certain things, right?
Like, so we
No,
I can't relate. I can't relate. My lady get on
no.
my nerves just like everybody else lady get on their nerves. My dad tell me all the time this is kind of what comes with it. So we good. Now,
Yeah. And we get on their
but
nerve too. That's the way of the world.
facts, man. So
I
that's what
mean,
we always
deal with it. Deal with it. Don't be coming to him messing with my happy home. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good on
telling
that.
you.
But send us some other stuff and we'll be happy to talk about it just like we did. Maybe not all stuff that's gonna make my blood boil like this video here, but I feel like that was a good start from a slid under the door for us to kind of get this new segment started. So yeah, do that. Hit us up, man. We definitely enjoy talking about that kind of stuff, man. Where we at?
Oh yeah, man.
Go
Squires.
ahead.
Squires. We appreciate you, bro. Um, we appreciate you, man. We see that you coming all the time, bro. Is you are definitely my favorite viewer right now, man. But look, I'm gonna drink my juice, bro. I'm gonna drink my juice.
When does it go?
It just
I swear
disappeared.
I
I just
don't
took the
notice
last
you
one.
doing. I guess I don't notice you doing it. I mean, I guess it's like white noise or some other thing that I just don't see you do it. I don't see you do
Oh
it at
man,
all.
I
That's so
just
crazy
finished.
to me.
I literally just took my last sip though. So
Really, I'm gonna
mhm.
have to when I go through the footage. I'm gonna have to see how many times you do. I just don't see it. Like what were we talking about at the time? Yeah, that's funny though.
Man, but we
That's
love
funny.
you, bro.
Yeah, man, for sure. I was about to say. Did you get a chance to listen to that new Ti Kill the King? I know it came out on Friday. I gave it a bit of a listen over the weekend. Just wanted to see what you thought about it.
Man, so I did listen to the Kill the King project. I actually meant to bring that up earlier. I wanted to start off with that.
Maybe we'll talk
I
more
think
about it
that
another time.
shoot, we gotta talk about it now because it's just out. It's new news.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Yeah, man, I love it. All the tracks to me, fly. This is definitely a no skip album. Tracks that stand out to me, I actually wrote them down.
Mm.
Rant. I love Rant. I love the beat.
Rant was good.
Um, Dope Boys Academy. That's
Dope
another one.
Boys
I think.
Academy. Is that the one that had T-Pain in it, right? Was that the one?
Yeah, man. I think that
And uh
Jeezy and Two Chains,
I mean, felt like vintage,
bro. Like you jump
I
straight back
mean,
into 2006, boy.
yeah, man. And really that's really what I liked about this whole thing. Um, because I largely stay out of, I told you I don't be into the reality stuff or whatever. So everything else that they have going on, I kind of don't know about it. So
Yeah,
I know of the recent years of the comedy endeavors and everything. So, um, it's just good to see that he can come out and say, "Hey, I still got this. I still, and the songs were really good. The album, like you said, I feel like there was little to no skips. I listened to just about everything in its entirety,
yeah.
and
I think I'm a
yeah,
big fan of where I'm from. I'm looking at
how it went
Represented
was good.
Time.
Pistol on the dance floor, that was a very
Yeah,
interesting one.
I like that. I like that song.
Yeah.
Is that the one that used the Keith Sweat beat?
I think it might have been that
Feel like that
one.
was, and that joint ride,
Yeah,
bro.
it did. Yeah, it
I
did. It
enjoyed
did.
it.
It did.
I
I
think
will say, I was
like,
expecting more from the collaboration between him and Usher. I'll just be real with that.
that's because
I was
you're
expecting
a big
more.
Usher fan, man. I think it was a good
I
collab.
was
I like
expecting something a little bit more upbeat,
because
kind of
you
club banger type. I mean, that's really kind of the stuff they would do together in the past. This didn't really, this wasn't that. I'm not saying I didn't like it. It just wasn't what I was expecting.
I respect that. To be
Yeah.
truthful with you, I think I didn't pay attention to the type of song it was, mostly because I also focused in on what he was doing with his kids. Between
Okay.
OMG Girls, which to me that
Yeah.
was just more so, hey, I'm your dad, I'm gonna put you on the project. But
Mhm.
Big Dog with Buddy Red, I like that
Yeah,
song.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I kind of was that's still on my right this second was I think was I going back to that one after it had ended.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a good one.
that's gonna be on a movie soundtrack for sure, bro.
Yeah.
It has that feeling, right? I like that one.
John
It
Joe
was
still
it was
got it and represented a time.
yeah, I like that. I like the
Yeah.
shoot, what was the other one? You said it the other night. You said it, what you said? Because we discussed listening to him, but we didn't talk about it in depth. He was like, I'm listening to, I forget what you said you was listening to, but
What did I say? Now I don't remember.
shoot, I'm actually looking at my phone to see,
But I feel like it
oh,
was
how it went.
right how it went. I liked how it went. Yeah.
So,
That was good. But I think you're right. He had a good he had a really good album, top to bottom
I
on
think he
this.
shouldn't have named it Kill the King. I think he should have named it King 2. It reminds me so much of
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I'm like, is it somehow related to,
the first King, like, is that why he called it Kill
King?
the
Yeah,
King?
yeah, 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 yeah.
It
In
doesn't
that
feel
very
like a
kind of
last
Ti
album.
versus Tip kind of
Yeah, T.I.
flavor.
versus Tip, yep, I
Yeah.
enjoyed that. To me, T.I. versus Tip would have been a better for this to be his last album. It didn't give me that feeling. It didn't give me the feeling of last album. Like he could
Oh, is this
say,
supposed to be his last album?
yeah, that's why he called it Kill the King, but it doesn't feel like
Oh,
a
okay.
last
I mean, I
album.
guess that tracks, but I didn't
I
know.
didn't get that from the last track. I think Continental was a dope track. Like um it was definitely some fire on here, but it just doesn't strike me as a last album. I when I was rating it, I rated it at about an 8.5. Our homeboy
Okay.
one, who's been on here a couple times, who's been on here, and we talk about him quite often. He gave it a 8 out of 10 himself, and I was thinking like, yeah, about 8. I gave it about an 8.5.
Mm-hmm.
but we are definitely in agreement in the fact that we all kind of think like, you know what, this doesn't feel like a real last album though. It feels like when you listen to the
No.
last song, it feels like he's gonna do something else.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe it's just to say don't expect any for a while.
Or
You
yeah,
know.
or
But I think he's showing that he's still in fighting for him, and can do it.
no, he definitely
So,
can.
I think if he so chooses, or if he comes back at some point, that it will be, uh, we know he still got it in him. But yeah, maybe it's just taking a big break. We've seen him go off and take big swings doing other things. Like I said, the comedy thing. Perhaps he's just kind of in a renaissance and wants to go off and try to do other things. And I mean, when your life is kind of made and you got the opportunity and ability to do whatever it is you want, I say, why not? You know,
Yeah, and I feel like so to
I
me,
mean,
there's
he
no
gonna come
such
back
a
with a flute album, maybe.
yeah, facts.
He can
To
play
me,
the
it's
he can
no
play the
such thing
baritone.
as retired from music. Like if you're an artist, you're an artist. Now, do you necessarily you're not going to produce a lot of music anymore because you're probably not in the same mind frame as you would have been as
Mm-hmm.
a child where it
Right,
fit
right.
everything was relative to now. But would I like to hear a grown man song from T.I. with a 4-track EP from T.I. in 2 years from now where he's just talking about being a granddad and, like what does that look like being cool? And we've talked about this before with Andre 3000. What does it look like to
Right.
be cool at your age and still produce a song? We don't need a whole album from you, but we still need
Yeah.
your versatility in the way that you approach a verse, the way that you
Mm-hmm.
broach a subject. So I would still like to see, okay, how do you approach this subject?
That's a good point.
How does this sound good? So I'm kind of in that place. But I overall like the album. He gave us vintage Ti in my honest opinion. He gave
I
us a
think
little
so.
bit of um urban legends, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
King, a little bit of
Yeah.
Ti versus TIP. All of
Mm-hmm.
this album had a whole lot of that in it. It was the body of it felt good. And I love the fact that he went back to a whole lot of friends and producers that he's messed with.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
the Toomp song was dope. Which one was Toomp?
Yeah.
Was that Rant?
That was I was about to say, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Was it? But Toomp, the song with Toomp, was pretty produced by Toomp was pretty good. So overall, man, I'm like, dude, I completely like the way the album went. I'm a big fan. And I'm really proud of Ti for what he's done as a father and as a person first. I think that's what we really describe. That's what we really strive to push here on the on Room 518 is the human aspect of being in our culture.
Right.
Because we just love to be like we black. We gotta do all black shit. And no, but
Right.
that's not
It's
like
not the
what.
world.
Yeah, exactly. What are we doing to push ourselves to a new level as people? And Ti is a reflection of that. Young Dro is a reflection of that.
True.
I love the fact that he talks about the fact that he's no longer on drugs. He's been sober for what, probably almost 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And all of these are the things that we need our youth to see. Like what
Mm-hmm.
you're doing now is so temporary that you can't allow it to be what sets your life up for the next 40
Right.
years. You can't
Right.
put yourself in a situation where you make a 40-year decision based on a 5-minute conversation, a 30
Mm.
second situation. So um it's been another great episode, man. I don't have much
Absolutely.
else to say. You got anything else, bro?
I'm good, man. I enjoyed this. Yeah, the names thing, that's very interesting. Like I said before, just follow up on everything we talked about. Share with us how'd you get your name? Do you have a cool story about how your name came about? Drop that in the comments, or anything else you want to talk about. If you want to talk about how you felt about that first video submission slid under the door, drop that in the comments as well. Or if you have something that you want to share with us, like I said, you go ahead and slide it under the door in our IG DMs, or you can hit us up at room518pod@gmail.com, and we'll go through those. And you probably see your thing up here at some point, and we'll shout you out if we do. That's pretty much all I got, man. I had a good time in the room as I always do. What you got?
Man, I have nothing else, man. Remember, our motto is, and what we push to do is we push to move the culture forward so we can get it where we want it, where you guys want it to be and where it should be. And we want to make sure we get it there on time.
On time. Absolutely.
So, guys, man, it's been an awesome episode, man. Y'all make sure y'all get y'all some rest this week. And if you working hard, work hard. You know what I mean? Whatever you need to do it. But we love you guys. Y'all take care.
Balance.
I like that.
Yeah.